Hello, my friends. Happy 2026. I know it's like almost February. Because this video is going to be talking about 2025 and looking into 2026, that I'm just going to wish that to you. Also, I'm coming to you ragamuffin style. So I'm wearing, my frump shirt, sweatshirt. My glasses are all glary, my hair is whatever, but we are just gonna roll with it because I told you I was gonna get you this video, and that is what we're gonna do. Also, I wanna get this video out while this effing coffee is in me. So, sorry, I'm a little amped up. Okay, can I just start off again by saying how great reflection is and how much I think you should do it. I got to reflect on my year, like personal style, year overall with business, but then I went back to do this video and to write a blog that I wrote and just reflect on the business side of things. So it's been such a gift. It's just such a gift. I know it takes a lot of time, but to get to like relive those experiences and then to learn and apply it for things going forward, you gotta do it. Just take the time to do it and you will be glad you did. Okay, let's talk about 2025. I'm gonna look down because I got some notes here. Just ignore that side of it. But let's talk 2025 and Sprouted Planner. I'm going to be honest, it was my best year yet, which is astounding because I feel like I did the least amount of work in it. There's a reason for that, but I'll just say that. And by best year yet, I'm going to say that I'm waiting for the final numbers, but I either just broke even or I think I made like a $2,000 profit. So yeah, things are popping. I started this business in 2020 and it's been just slowly growing, mostly coming up negative at the end of the year, which has been nice on the personal side for taxes, I will say. But this is exciting. So we're moving in the right direction, and for how much I've committed to this business while being full-time stay-at-home mom, like my kids are in school, but I just haven't had like 40 hours plus a week to put into this business, so it's just been done in the cracks of time. So I'm proud of it. It's slow growth. I wouldn't have it any other way. This year I paid myself $1,200 total, so better than nothing. And let this be inspiration to you if you are thinking about quitting your full-time, full-benefit job and thinking about creating a product business. Like, if I can do it, anybody can. Okay, obviously I'm being sarcastic. Like, oh man, 5 years in, and that is my take-home pay at the end of the year. But you know what? Again, better than nothing. We're getting there, people. The themes of this year on the business side was not great. It was time scarcity and feeling behind. 0 stars, do not recommend that. I think at the end of May was when I finally got my designs and everything turned into my manufacturer for the year, which is not good. That is... I cannot believe I did that. I can't believe it. It caused so much stress. And that resulted in getting all the products delivered the day before launch. And Mitch, my new fulfillment guy, was very gracious about it, but he's like, that's not going to happen again next year, right? I'm like, no, it is not. So that wasn't great. That caused a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and not something that I want to repeat. So that is good to know. I have to change up my marching orders and what I prioritize this year. So with that said, the biggest changes and the best decisions I made in 2025 for the business has been hiring Nicole to help me with emails and YouTube comments, and hiring Mitch and his team for the 3PL side of things, which is third-party logistics fulfillment. Nicole helped me, you've heard the story before, but if you haven't, she was helping me pack orders before, and then I asked her to help me with emails and comments because, one, I suck at commenting, returning emails on time constantly. I'm like, I'm so sorry, this is a month late. La da 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 da. When I do finally respond, it takes me forever because I'm typing a novel. I really put a lot of heart into my responses, and it just wasn't working given the amount of time I have. So I hired Nicole because I so trust her. She has such a big heart. She is amazing, and she is doing way better than I can. But I still read through all the comments, so it's like I'm still very connected. It's just some finally somebody who is near and dear to me and my business is getting back to all of you on a very timely basis, which is great. I don't know why. I can't. Emails are so hard for me. Emails and comments it's like my kryptonite. It's hard. And then, like I said, hiring Mitch in the fulfillment. I packed so many orders last year, which was fantastic. But after 5 years of doing it, I just did quick calculations. I think I was over 10,000 packing hours since the beginning of this business. And I was feeling really burnt out. And my kids were feeling the effects of it. Like every time we had to go to the UPS store or the post office, it was just like pulling teeth from all of us. So I knew that I had to, in order to grow the business, do that. I knew I had to get that off my plate. And so I'm so thankful to have found Mitch. Thank you to my stepsister for connecting us there. And, we're doing it. We're making it happen. Like I said, I didn't do a ton of work on the business last year for 2 reasons. One, there's a lot of stuff going on the personal side of things. And 2, I'm not going to lie, I didn't know, and I'd been feeling this way for a couple of years. I didn't know if I wanted to keep doing this business. I don't know what else to say about that. It's just been a feeling I've had. And so I just wasn't sure. I really thought that I was ready to be done with it last year. And I think that reflected on just motivation to get things done. That was kind of last year. I know that was a quick recap. Again, I go into way more detail. I break down the months and everything over on the blog. So if you want to learn more, check that out. The biggest thing that happened to me last year was on the personal side of things. So a lot was going on, but I'm going to make this really brief because this is kind of a precarious topic right now. And it's not that I'm ashamed of it by any means. I could talk about this forever, but it's just still very tender and people have opinions out there. And because I really want to keep this focused a lot on business and planning and things like that. But this was a really big thing that happened on the personal side of things. And I am the face of this business, so I do want to talk about it. Again, I go into like way more detail of what was going on in the blog. Just like bullet points of what happened is November 2024, I was at a concert and I felt God tell me, I want you to stop drinking for a year because I want to transform your life and I want you to be present for it. Okay. Like, after the holidays? No, now. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. I had no idea what he meant by transform. I didn't know if that meant, we were looking for houses at the time. I didn't know if that meant we were going to be moving someplace. I didn't know if that meant we were going to have another baby, which that's not in our plan, but that would transform our life if that happened. I didn't know. I had no idea. Was this like a physical thing that was going to happen? Was my business going to like blow up or implode? I didn't know. Or was it going to be more internally? I really did not know. All I knew was I had to be obedient to it. So thus began my year of not drinking. It ended up being a heart and mind transformation. And I'm not going to go a ton into this. For years and years and years, I think I've just let so much of what the world says be my marching orders. And I just really, somehow it just sank deep into my soul. And it caused a lot of issues. And so this last year, my heart and my mind were transformed, like back towards my family and back towards God. I guess I don't, like, that is just the like biggest summary of it. And what's really cool is 1 year to the date that I stopped drinking, I was in church. And this was one of the verses. And it felt like God like mic dropped or put like a big bow on this year and really confirmed what this whole year was about, which I thought was so cool. So the verse is Romans 12:2. It says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." And the thing that really gets me is the word transform. Like, that was the thing at the very beginning that was like, what does that mean? Like, I know he said transform. Like, that's a big word. What does that mean? What is that going to mean? And the fact that then a year to the date that this is what he dropped and is the word transform in there. And I looked it up in a different translation, and everything else, I mean, it was like the same message, but everything else said kind of different things, but that word transform stayed the same. I just amazed. I'm still awestruck about it. That was the biggest takeaway for me in 2025. So going forward in 2026, I really wanted to start off the year quietly. Last year was really busy. I was very tired. I felt like it was balls to the wall all the time. It was very stressful, and yes, amazing, cool things happened, but I just felt like I worked a lot. So I really wanted to kind of rest, to just ease into it. And well, that did not happen because like a really big deal almost happened. And this big up and coming PR agency, like there's big articles written about them in all the major places. They are teaming up with celebrities and endorsing these smaller brands. It's kind of a new way of going about things. And so this particular celebrity, after I, made a pitch deck and everything, and they pitched it to her, she liked my message and she liked the products and wanted to move forward with me. And I'm like, oh my gosh! It was so exciting, and at the same time, like, panicked. And ultimately, I decided to turn it down because the biggest reason is because of the money. It was like a killer deal for what I was going to get, but I still don't have the full lump sum to pay for products for this next year. And so I'm probably going to have to borrow again. And so I would have to borrow to do this campaign, and then I was going to have to borrow again, and it just didn't sit right in my soul. Like, I want to be paying debt off. I don't want to keep going in. And it was still like a gamble. I don't know. This could have blown up my business. It could not have, but it just didn't feel right. So I had to graciously turn it down. But what that did do is kind of give a new zeal for the business, because if this would have blown up, I would have had to figure things out, and I would have had to, I don't know. So it was like very exciting time, and it just made me excited again for the business. So maybe I think I got kind of bored and stagnant, and now I'm like, all right, chop, chop, things could be happening. Like, big things like this could happen. Like, let's go. So that's been really fun. Going forward, I still want to keep it simple and tight. So I really want to focus on the best sellers, the planners and the accessories, and do a mid-year line, a small mid-year line, and then a big yearly line again. And then for content, I just want to do what brings me joy. I still want to be smart about it, but writing, kind of renewing, being back in blogging has been really fun for me. So I want that to be a bigger deal. I want to keep doing YouTube videos, but I don't want to go with the course that I was going with, which was great and fine, but I think it was more for service providers. And just the way that it is set up just made me want to kind of die. Which sounds so dramatic, but I'm like, oh, I hate this. I just dreaded it. And I'm like, oh, no, okay, I'm barely paying myself. Okay, I want to do the things that are fun. So I want to keep doing videos. I want to do more shorts this year. I'm going to be blogging more. I love doing emails. I love emailing y'all. That's really fun to me. And then Pinterest. Pinterest feels really creative, so I want to keep doing more of that. So that's kind of the marching orders. But you know what? My family is still my number one priority. That is the most important impact I am ever going to have in this lifetime. And so they get my best. My kids, my marriage, my household. And so I have to work really smart with the time I have on this business, but it is not going to come at the expense of my family. So who knows what is in store? I have no idea. I really am hesitant of being like, this is going to be the best year ever, because this is life. Bad things happen. Good things happen. Great things happen. It all happens, and I just have to keep showing up and doing what I can control. This sounds like a very solemn tone because I am here in Minnesota, and January has been extremely hard on our state once again, and my heart is broken. And so you just don't know. You don't know what is going to happen. I don't know what is going to happen going forward. If things are going to get worse, God forbid. If things are going to get better, please. I can do what I can do. And then we just got to keep loving each other and keep serving our families. So I guess that's all I have. So I would love to hear from you. Thank you for listening to this. I tried making it short. I see we're at 18 minutes, not short at all. But I would love to hear from you. Like, what was your year like? Maybe, like, is there a big takeaway from your year? Was there something that was transforming, amazing, really hard, whichever one, both? And then the year ahead, have you been renewed energy for anything? Or is this a year you like really need to step back? I would love to hear that. I would love to hear from you. So if you feel comfortable with it, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you so much for spending your precious time watching this, and I will catch you on the next video.